From Undertale to Omori, Yume Nikki has inspired some of the most unique and interesting story-driven games of the era, and will likely continue to do so for many more years. Funny enough, we know so much about the games that came after Yume Nikki, but so little about the game itself. Hey everyone, it's your boy Zeref here, and today I'm going to go on a deep dive to analyze all the theories behind Yume Nikki's story, to hopefully come to a conclusion about what the game was ever even about. If you prefer power scaling content, but you're still curious about this game, I did a whole video scaling Madetsuki, who probably solos your favorite verse. On top of that, check out the Discord and donation links down in the description. The first thought coming to the minds of those new to the Yume Nikki fanbase is probably along the lines of, why not just ask the game developer? Well, there's a few problems with that. Like the fact that we don't even know how to get in contact with the developer. Hell, we don't even know the basics, like their name or their gender. The only thing we can reference is old archives of the website.
This game is set in a very dark atmosphere within a dream world. There is no specific story or objective. It's a game about wandering. You explore the dream world without a particular goal in mind. By interacting with certain characters in the dream, you collect effects. Using these effects changes the appearance of the main character. Using the same effect again reverses the character's appearance. Effects can be discarded only within rooms filled with doors.
Well, I guess the search is over. There's no story. Thanks for watching. Okay, seriously, if the developer says there's no story or meaning behind the game, what do we have to go on? Well, despite the lack of dialogue or direction, the game does have some repeated themes that allow us fans to craft some theories. Some are good, some are bad, and I'm going to analyze them all, starting with the most popular one, the transgender Madetsuki theory, and any theories related to sexuality or sexual themes. In the game, there's lots of imagery related to sexual organs in the human body. Creatures phallic in shape or those that are literal recreations of reproductive organs, these all appear extremely frequently in Madetsuki, our main character's dreams. Continuing this topic related to self-perception, a lot of distorted bodies and faces litter Mado's dreams, whether it's art in the sewers or other entities. This furthers the narrative that she seems to have warped perception, at least on the human body as a whole, but also likely of her own. But there isn't much evidence pointing towards Madetsuki herself having body dysmorphia. It is more likely that she is traumatized by the sexuality of other people, likely due to her traumatic experience. You can guess what that might mean. This also isn't easily confirmed. It kinda requires for you to go out on a limb, but it's the most popular theory for the series. On the other hand, some people associate the distorted depictions of people with the traffic accident theory. Under this theory, it's believed that the distorted bodies are the result of trauma related to a car accident. This is because upon using the stoplight effect, which you get from a body of someone laying bloody on the street, it affects a lot of entities negatively. Specifically Monaco, who becomes a twisted version of herself when using the effect, growing extra limbs with a hole in her chest and a drooping, crying eye. Considering the stoplight is what caused this, and its method of retrieval is from a hit-and-run victim, this theory actually carries a lot of weight and could explain why Madetsuki refuses to leave her room even while she's awake. The fear of leaving her room is also a theory in of itself, which could also explain the dreams. Others think it's because she has a violent past, which would explain all the blood and gore in her dreams, as well as the potential genocide she can commit with the knife effect. I don't think the violence theory holds much weight since it's the player's choice to commit those acts, and on top of that, most of the violence can be correlated to the car accident theory in of itself. The last set of theories I'll cover before tackling the ending are the loneliness and anxiety theories. Honestly, just playing the game, these are feelings even the player feels. Whenever we're in a pitch black world filled with odd creatures, or worlds with maze-like structures lit with hands and eyes, this can all symbolize anxiety that riddles Madetsuki's mind on a day-to-day basis even when she's awake. The isolation she puts herself through is also reflected in some of the empty and endless worlds that inhabit her dreams. There's also no dialogue from Madetsuki or between any NPCs. It all just feels so distant, so lonely. That brings me to the ending, where after collecting all the effects, Madetsuki climbs a stool on her balcony and jumps. Some believe Madetsuki was still dreaming since we see two jellyfish from her dreams shortly after, while others think the more morbid option is that she simply wanted to sleep forever. I know this video ended on a somber note, but I thought it was interesting going over all the theories for a game that had no dialogue or story. Regardless of if you think the story is a simple exploration game or a meta commentary of self-acceptance, this game has left a major impact on its fanbase and those who have been inspired to make a large database of fan games and content for this game to this day. If you'd like to see me cover some more Yume Nikki content, consider leaving a comment about your favorite fan game. It's your boy Zerev signing off. Peace. Thanks for watching.